Untamed Unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed Unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed Unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Untamed Unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed Unhinged in the night. Untamed Unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed Unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed Unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. You will start with the community's voice, spreading love and knowledge, making noise by choice. Reptiles and exotics, we stand strong. Untamed Unhinged, singing our song. Untamed Unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed Unhinged in the night.
Bro, that's singing our song. I love that. Bro,
Yeah, that's
all good. Bro, I be jamming out to that shit at the gym. I be working out to our song. But welcome everybody. Welcome to Untamed and Unhinged Reptile Podcast. Co-host Eric from EA Snakes. And we got the nephew back here. He wants to pop in and say what's up.
What up, nephew?
Say what's up.
What's up?
And today's guest is the Thepythonportal. We got Will. We're gonna go ahead and bring them on out. I don't think there's anything new with US Art. Before we bring them on out, though, if anybody's looking for a membership or doesn't have a membership with US Art, just hit me up. I'll pay for it. You know, $40 membership. Hit me up. And that's it. Bring out Will. Oh, you know what, dude? I forgot to do the sponsor shout out real quick. Dang it.
Go for it.
What up, Will?
Right.
What up?
So, Will, let me do the sponsor shout out real quick. I'm sorry, brother.
You're good.
Yeah, I had to change it. Sucks. What's up, bro?
Not much.
What's up, brother? So what's up, Will? What's up? Tell us about yourself. You know, what you're working with, what you got back there.
So I'm originally from Cali. I moved up here when I was 17 to Washington State. Been into reptiles my whole life. Snakes, not so much. Kind of started with ball pythons and got to the point where I forced myself to get used to them. Then I fell in love with them, and now, as you can see, I have a lot of them. Let's see, I've been doing this since 2017-ish. So I started this collection anyways. Before I did have one snake. It was a spider ball python, but didn't last very long because back in that time, that's when we had the heat pads, no thermostats, and yeah. But I love that gene too, by the way. So I'm sorry if anyone out there doesn't like that gene, but I have a lot of respect for it, so I won't put it in a bunch of stuff, I promise. But spider gene is one of my favorites. That's what got me hooked. It was a bumblebee, so that's what brought me in.
I actually love the spider gene. Spider gene looks good with everything, but
it really does.
It's just hard because of the wobble, though.
That's no, and I get that, dude. But in my personal project for myself, I will here and there probably produce them for myself. I know people probably don't want it, and that's fine. I totally get it. I also have hidden gene Loma, so it doesn't, and spot nose. So I mean, all that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me that much. It's just the spider. I get the point behind that.
And there's no way to eliminate that, right? To eliminate that.
You know, I know there's been people that have been trying to do it for years, and I really have crossed my fingers for that. But I know they did just recently say something's supposed to stabilize that. There's a gene out there. I don't know what it is, though.
I got a spider female. That's my oldest ball python right now.
Really? Yeah. See, I don't know. Just the pattern and the way, I don't know. I do. I have a couple in my tuck.
Can't
So where'd you get?
duplicate that pattern. That pattern is amazing.
It is. It really is.
My bad,
Definitely
Eric. I didn't
involved.
know you had a question coming up.
No, you're good. I don't have a question right now.
He's like, not yet,
Chopping it
not
up.
yet.
Just chopping it up.
So, where did you get the Python portal name from? That's what I want to
Okay.
know.
All right. So that's actually interesting because I was actually WM Pythons when I first started. I actually was going to go and start a Morph Market account, but WM Pythons was already taken. So I decided to just go ahead and just rebrand myself. First thing that popped into my head was Python portal. So I started looking up everywhere. No one had it. So I went and I just locked it down on all social media and everything and just said, you know, this is what I'm going to go with. And I kind of got the idea basically off of what I'm doing in here is I'm basically just changing the look of a snake into something that's either going to look like a snow or something else. So it's just basically one snake going in and another one coming out. You know what I mean?
Dope. Okay.
That
I like that. That's cool. Because I don't know. It's hard. And who did your artwork? Like to come up with the name is hard though. I can say that.
and the guy, he's actually on my Instagram. He's Flex DNA, I believe, is what he goes under, and it wasn't that bad actually. And I told him exactly what I wanted, and he drew exactly what I wanted, which is exactly what you see. So,
Who was it?
he has Flex DNA on his Instagram.
Clutch DNA or Flex?
Flex,
Flex DNA.
yeah.
He's taking my name. Interesting.
That I don't know about, but I mean, he's somewhere over in Florida actually.
Everybody's in Florida, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
All cool people.
Yeah, I want to retire there eventually.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about retiring. I'll probably visit.
The humidity and all that stuff. But see, I'm used to all that. I'm from deep down south in Cali, so I'm used to that.
Shit, I'll probably retire in Colorado. I don't know why. Colorado's beautiful. You got snow,
Yeah.
and then everything's legal over there. So,
Shoot.
don't worry about that. No, no, don't worry about that, nephew. He's over here telling me, what does that mean? Oh man, I'm so bad. Sorry, Will. Sorry,
No, you're good.
man. Anyway, so what projects are you like expecting this year? Do you have any projects like breeding projects going?
Right now, I'm doing a Super Tiger Snow into an albino, and I'm doing a pastel clown into an albino. I'm doing an albino mahogany into a cinnamon mahogany. I'm doing pastel clown into pastel lesser. I'm doing leopard inchy into a cinnamon inchy het orange ghost, and I'm doing pied into a lemon blast het pied. So I'm a
Nice.
little busy.
That's a lot of pants.
Bro,
Yes,
that's
sir.
those are, and they're all clowns. So it was clown, pastel. You like pastel, you like clown, and you like mahogany.
Yes, sir.
And I actually forgot about mahogany. Is it? I thought it was the same as Mojave.
Mm-mm. No.
One's darker, right?
Yeah, mahogany will go black, and if you do a super Mojave, it's white, blue eye.
Yeah, it produces the blue
Which
eye
I have one of
luces.
those, right? Yeah.
Well, when you were getting these ball pythons, did you have like a mentor or were you watching anybody?
Actually, I found my mentor off of Craigslist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually kind of trippy. He was selling a het exanthic male for like $50 or something, and I ended up going out to his house to get it. And when I went to his house to get it, he took me downstairs, and then there was just racks everywhere. And so I ended up started looking at all the stuff he had, and like over $1,000 later, I walked out of there with all kinds of stuff. So, and he's the guy that I go to most of the time for my stuff. So you could say he's probably a mentor for me. He's Full Blooded Critters. His name's Kevin Klein. He actually does some of the shows and stuff around here.
I've seen that name on Instagram though. I think he has an Instagram page.
Oh, yeah. I follow him on YouTube. He's got a small following on YouTube, but yeah, he's a really good guy. Has really nice stuff.
Since I think he has an Instagram page. I'm all looking.
That's a cool connection.
Oh yeah, dude. And then
I mean,
now I got
No,
my
go ahead.
buddy into it too at work, and so now he has a bunch of stuff at his house, and so we kind of do it.
so that's how I met the guy that I got all my ball pythons from. Like I had two, and then I went on Craigslist, and he had this beautiful clown. And I wanted a clown because I love the clown projects, and I love the Xantic. I like Calico, and I like Pites. So everybody says Sugar is the same as Calico, but Sugar looks better. I say Sugar looks better than Calico. I like the way it looks.
We can go that hurricane trick and all that.
Yeah, all that stuff
too,
again.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
What's up, Bosa? But yeah, like it's just hard to keep up. Like my nephew was asking me today. He's like, "Man, y'all were talking about it the other day." He's like, on that other podcast, the one that was on Monday. He's like, "There's so many Morps," and he was like, "What do y'all mean by that?" And I said, "It's a gene." So like I said, like this pastel here, it's Firefly. So it's like that yellow right here on the bottom. It's that brightness. That's the fire. I go, but if it's a regular pastel, it looks just like normal.
Yeah.
So I was trying to show him, but so it's like he's like, oh, okay, so it's whatever you add to the snake. And I say, yeah, pretty much. The snake gets lighter, or the patterns change, or they get wider. It's different shape for everything.
Yeah.
So he's like, you just got to put them all together and just keep mixing and see what you get.
Pretty much, man.
I said, yes and no.
You got a canvas right there, and then you just, you're putting your paint on top. Paint jobs, man.
Like today,
it's a little difficult, right? It's a little difficult to explain.
It is because, like, I don't understand all the Morps. Like, I don't know what makes what. I mean, I do. Like, I'm in some groups. They do talk about it, but it's just it's a lot, man. It's like you need this, and that. It's like 5 snakes to make 1 snake. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Will got Nanny. Do you got Nanny, Will?
Nanny.
Normal type. Any super normals, classic normals?
Oh, I didn't realize they called that Nanny. Oh yeah, dude, I got a wild caught right behind me. And then I got
He's biting or what?
Her babies right here.
You might want to pull that out for both, so he loves nannies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I got the wild caught. Yeah, she's right here. I just fed her too a couple days ago.
That's a big ass tub. That's the kind of tub I need right there.
V70?
Yeah. I need bigger ones. I felt like.
Yeah, look at that.
Man, it kind of looks Xantic though.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I bought her is because she's got some funky stuff kind of going on the top and whatnot. I don't know if you guys can see that pattern, how it's kind of faded up on the top of the.
Yeah, we see it a little bit.
Yeah, it's light. It's super light.
Yeah, she's actually well.
It's funny.
She's actually got I think she's.
Damn, she's dead.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Female or male?
She's a female. She's a wild-caught female that I got 8 eggs off of, and still have all of them. I plan on going back because I actually got some pretty kind of weird stuff I've never seen before. But.
So, what is the most favorite snake you got right now in your collection, or in
my collection?
Like what's your favorite that you would pick your top 3 that you would show us right now?
Oh, Let's see. It's gonna probably have to be my Super Tiger Snow, my Het Red Pastel GHI, and my Super Inferno Fader GHI.
So, Vinny, can we see those?
Yeah.
We'll see
Yeah.
them. Hell yeah. Can you hear us though? Like while you're doing that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got earbuds in.
Oh. Damn.
So this is the obviously the Het Red Pastel GHI. It's kind of like a gold color that it brings out to it. And then obviously the GHI is kind of messing with the.
Yeah, but it's GHI. And you said Enchi?
No, this is a pastel GHI
pastel.
Het Red example.
Can you hear it? Well, raise it up.
That looks real good, Will.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Is that a male or female?
This is male.
So
Nice.
what is your favorite morph in ball pythons? Will?
Mine is Spider Bro. I know that they get a bad rap and whatnot, but bro, that's one of the most beautiful snakes I've ever seen in my life. But if I have to pick a second, it'd probably be an Exantic. By myself.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna show us another one. Yeah.
Oh
there we
yeah,
go.
no, I do. I just thought I lost you guys.
Nah, we're right here.
All right, so here's the Super Inferno Fader GHI.
Super Inferno Fader VHI.
GHI.
Damn.
Wow, that pattern's crazy.
I like that.
And the fader is actually polygenic, so it'll come out in some of the pastel type stuff, but it won't be in everything.
That kind of looks like the female I have here, but I don't think it has any of that in it. Inferno Fader.
Trying to get her head.
Damn. Her face is gorgeous.
Super light.
I love that snake.
This is a boy.
Oh, love that
He's
boy.
going to go to a lot of stuff.
My bad.
Yeah, he's going to a lot of stuff.
Huh?
And then.
Hold on, guys. He wants to say bye. He's leaving. Nephew's out.
Later, nephew.
Have a
Have a
good
great
one,
night.
Just have a good night.
And then this guy. I got this
So, Will.
right here. Yo.
While you're showing us these snakes, what is the most exciting part of working with ball pythons for you?
For me, it's probably the end result and knowing that that's something that I created that came from my mind. And just hopefully when I vend, it'll change to that kid that just walked off with my snake had a big smile on his face, and that's what made me feel good. But I haven't vended yet, so I can't. So right now it's just producing some beautiful animals, meeting some awesome people, and just being part of the community.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys really seen him or not, but he's just.
Yeah, he's super light.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then the Super Tiger, it's kind of hard to see because of how light he is, but it like makes these circles on him. And then when he comes out to be an actual, when he produces all the tigers, there'll be more stripes. But yeah, the thing with this combo, I mean, it's just so the Jollify makes it just so light. So it's kind of hard. So kind of get close to just a pure white snake with this one.
It's gorgeous.
You said that was a Super Tiger albino?
What's up, Andrew?
Yeah, so this is a Super Tiger, Jollof Exantic, and an albino.
That's a snow as well?
Yeah, it's a super and it's a double recessive.
Wow.
And
that's crazy. That's a crazy combo.
Yeah, you don't find this kind of stuff everywhere, man. I mean, And I've seen some impressive stuff with the Jolifine, and that's why I'm trying to take off with it. I want other people to enjoy it as much as I do.
Yeah, for real. There's not a lot of the line going around right now.
No, you can't find it anywhere, man. I got lucky because this is exactly what I was looking for. I found them on Morph Market, snatched them up.
It's gorgeous. And you
Yeah,
found it on Morph
Oh, yeah.
Market?
Yep.
And was the only one, or was there more? Or?
Only one.
Damn, how much was that thing going for? If I may ask.
$325.
No,
dang.
$325.
I would have bought that too. Then he got a deal. That's what happened. You got a deal.
Oh, dude. Oh, no, I knew it was a steal. That's why I bought it. Like I said,
So-
the guy that I bought all my stuff off of, he has visual Joel Exantic and Tiger stuff. So I've seen what it can do.
Hell yeah, brother. So
It's
what is?
Oh, my bad, Chris.
No, I was just gonna ask him like, what is one other morph he would add to his collection that he doesn't have, or that he would want to have?
You know, I'd probably mess with Mandarin.
Yeah,
If I could get some Mandarin, I'd be good with that.
orange. Yes, get some orange in there. Oh yes. All right, go ahead, Eric.
That tiger gene you're talking about, that's like a pattern reducer, kind of like Blade.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, what it does is the single morph. It's more of a stripe, but when you super it, it kind of like rounds everything out and just makes like gaps.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
a cool gene, yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm like, okay. So, Will, I got questions for you right now. Like
All right.
5, all in one sentence. Like, do you work like a full-time job and then do this? Or are you trying to make this a full-time thing? And then, go ahead. I'll let you answer those two.
Yeah, I do a full-time job. I'm actually a supervisor out at a warehouse, 9 to 5 job basically, but it's earlier than that. But I do that. I do this. I'm gonna actually start doing craft shows, and I'm gonna be attending the actual snake shows. So I'm doing merchandising on the side as well.
Yeah, I saw your shirts.
Yeah,
Which-
we're doing some other stuff too.
Me and Eric need one.
Yeah, all right. Because I was gonna send you one too, but I was like,
Dude, we would have wore that here for the podcast.
I was like, man, but your shirts, man, mine ain't gonna compare to that. You got some nice shirts, bro.
It's a lot of work, but if you want me to do a design for you, you can hit me up, brother. We're gonna talk about that after the podcast. I'll make you one, and I made purple haze. Is it purple haze? Serpents?
I think it's just haze.
Yeah.
Haze
I don't know if it's
serpents.
purple.
I don't know why I said purple, but Haze Serpents. I made his shirt, and he liked the way it came out. It was pretty freaking dope too.
Yeah,
I like the way his shirt came out.
I'll definitely send you guys some out. I was actually thinking about doing that.
But yeah, man, yeah, we would wear it, dude. Like, I know Eric would. Eric likes wearing shirts. He's about to get mine here soon too, so he's gonna be excited.
Sometimes I run out. I'm like, dang, I gotta wear a regular shirt today.
Dude, your shirt's different though. I sent you a different shirt, like a complete different one.
All right, nice. I'm a rocket.
So it actually looks like something like this. I'll show you right now real quick. Because I was gonna drop it. It's a new one. And this idea came up with me because I always see people wearing their signature shirt, you know? So
You gotta support others who are supporting you. You know?
Yeah,
I gotta send Will one too. I gotta get Will. Man, I gotta do a lot of things. So that's the front. And then that's the back. You know, I always say never give up.
I like that.
So I went with my catchphrase, bro. Never give up. It's on the back of my necklace. I live by that. I legit live by that. you know, when my dad died, he was like, never give up. So I'm not. I'm
That's
not gonna
good.
give up. I'm gonna keep going, keep staying motivated, stay positive, keep lifting up others, keep doing what I'm doing.
100.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with what I always say: never give up. I don't see many people wearing that, even in gyms. So I was just like, I'm gonna go with that.
But,
Oh, we've given up in the gym a long time ago. Don't worry.
Man, I was watching this dude. Man, I'm getting off topic. It's about a weightlifter guy. I'm like, forget it. Okay, so you got a full time job. Are you trying to do this full time too? Like breed and sell snakes?
I would love to eventually. If it got to that point, I would do it in a heartbeat for sure. That's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. We're trying to figure out this whole merchandise side and then the vending side of the reptiles, try to kind of figure out a schedule and just kind of see what we do first before I go the route of doing this full time. You know, I don't want to jump off the ship too early, you know. So
Yeah, because so I'm not gonna lie, posting social media, making reels, it's time
yeah,
consuming.
it
Time
really is.
consuming.
And I'm trying.
Um, how people do it, like I've seen, like there's people out there better than me, like Leviathan Snakes for one.
Oh
The
yeah,
way they make their reels, the way they act them out, and
lots of respect for
man,
that, man.
yeah, it blows my mind like how they do that, you know. But not me. Like I'll mess around. Like if you catch me off guard and I'm talking, you're just recording me and I'm not paying attention. That'd be the only time it's funny. But if I'm trying to do it and act it out, nah. But if you ask me to sing on camera and stuff like that, yeah, I will. But because I used to sing before, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't got a singing voice though. I mean, maybe. No, I'm
Sing
joking.
for us real quick.
Nah, be like Step Brothers. What did you say?
You got the
He's
voice
like,
of an angel.
yeah, yeah, but voice of an angel. He's like, you shitting me right now? Nah, but what? He's all singing, bro. Nah. I had to be like off camera and not paying attention. I'll post a video. Um, so what led you like into the ball pythons?
um, yeah, you know, it was that first one that I got that kind of started getting me get into a collection and whatnot. But before I was doing that, I was always into lizards. I did a lot of bearded dragons, frilled necks, tegus, savannas, all that kind of stuff. So I was more of a lizard guy for a while, and then kind of switched gears over into the snakes. I still have lizards, but this is what I've been
Do you
choosing
have
to
what
breed.
kind of lizards you got? Leopard geckos?
I have one leopard gecko. I have two crested. I have my black and white Argentine tegu, and then I have a bearded dragon still.
Well, I'm
Nice.
trying to
That's
get
a
out of the
good,
bearded
good
dragon
break.
game.
And then I have a bunch of scorpions up here.
Scorpions. See that I can't do scorpions, man. I definitely can't do scorpions.
That's my other little hobby knit thing I got.
So when you're breeding projects, that's what I'm trying to ask this. When you breed projects, are you trying to do it for yourself? Are you breeding to what makes you happy, or are you trying to chase everybody else?
Now, at the end of the day, man, I'm doing this for myself. But I'm also trying to take into consideration that I want to make sure that I have stuff out there that people are actually going to want to buy. But no, I ain't chasing the top tier. Nah, they can have that. I'm good right in the middle somewhere, just, doing my thing and enjoying what I do.
Nice.
Do you feel like that's out of reach?
No, I don't think that it's necessarily out of reach. It's just I think those guys already got that stuff kind of locked down. They're doing it pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I just kind of don't I don't necessarily want to get that big because then it becomes work again.
I feel
This
you.
right now, is not work to me. This is actually pleasure because this is my passion.
I get you. Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's just too big, man. I can't. Yeah.
So if you get any bigger, it becomes a job. It's like a second job.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
not
but
looking for that.
I mean, it could be a second job, but yeah, but then you would hire people to work under you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you make that money though, if you make that kind of money like they are,
If
I
it got to
guess.
that point, yeah. If it got to that point, yeah, sure, but until that point happens, I'm happy right where I'm at.
Uh, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I do have some ball pythons, but then again, I'm like, I love Calico and I love the Pies. I love the Clown Projects, and that from all about python. That's all that really makes me happy out of all the ball
Yeah.
pythons.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone
Pies,
has those.
Blue Eye Lucy's,
Yeah, yeah,
all
those.
white snake. Now the new ball python that just came out, that all black one, I need to get my hands on that. Who doesn't want an all black snake? It
Yeah,
just it just blows my mind. Like I want an all black ball python snake. I want an all white python. It
yeah,
don't matter what kind of snake it is. It could be a bull snake. I want an all white bull snake. Like I have an all white autistic rat snake.
that's cool.
Yeah, if I could,
That's cool.
if somebody could go get that picture, it's on Instagram. But I don't know who produced it. But yeah, it's an all black ball python, and it's super gorgeous. And I would show it right here, right now. Just send it to
Those
me on
rat snakes.
Instagram.
Rat
No,
snakes are pretty
it's a
cool.
ball python. Oh yeah, the rat snakes. Yeah, the Texas black rat snake.
I really like the black or the blue beauty. Those are cool.
I'm actually getting a king rat snake, and
Yeah, I heard
it's
you saying that.
yeah, it's
That'd be
freaking
awesome.
gorgeous. Where is it?
And a bull snake too, right?
Yeah, this guy right
Oh,
here is a
both
bull
of them.
snake. One of these babies, I don't know which one I'm getting, but
Oh
yeah, it's one
wow,
of these. I just like
wow.
working with different colubrids. I don't know. When I jumped into the hobby, I think I jumped in too quick. I went I went running. I was listening to my mentor. He was like, "Go buy that snake, and you'll make these babies. Go buy that snake, you'll get these babies." And the babies were like ranging for 5 grand. I go, but
Mhm.
yeah, they don't come out with kinks, or you know, or they don't die in the eggs. Then maybe yeah, it's money. But lately, I've been just every time I like sell a ball python, I just turn around and like use that money and get what I really want.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I I just don't know anything about colubrids, but there's a few that I do like.
like Eric got into the rat snakes recently.
Yeah. There's nothing bad with colubrids. I like them too. It's just, you like what you like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is
Will, can I
that.
ask you can I ask you about your names for your snakes on your because I see the names on your tubs. Do you name
Hmm.
them yourself?
Some of them I name, some of them the kids name. I think my wife named a couple of them. So, but yeah, for the most part, I'll name everything. I don't know. It's just easier for me to kind of know
Yeah.
where I was left off at, but yeah,
Hmm.
everything has a name.
Do you use like husbandry portal or anything to like keep track of how you feed
Uh,
them? And
I used reptile scan or whatever it is. I used that for a while. I do a lot of Excel worksheets and pen and paper.
I mean, it's the same, really.
Yeah, I just like to have multiple backups.
I get you. I got that. Definitely, definitely. Um, damn, 35 minutes already. God damn, that went by quick. All right, so right now we're gonna take. Right now, you can go ahead and plug yourself, Will, where people can find you, where you know where you're at on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. You want to make any
Yeah,
shout outs?
yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have a Facebook, but it's nothing really. I don't really get on that very much. I have a YouTube channel too that I try to get every once in a while, but mostly Instagram. Basically, just a shout out to everyone out in the chat, everyone out in the community, both of y'all for bringing me on the show. Appreciate that a lot. It was my pleasure as well to be here. And yeah, that's basically it, man. Just I hope everyone out there can agree with me as far as just being good in the community to each other. And I don't care what anyone says. There's nobody out there that's irrelevant or relevant. That shit, you're somebody. No matter what anyone tells you, you are somebody. So just keep that in your head and keep pushing forward.
Hell yeah, Will. Get on that right there. Yeah, don't let nobody put you down for sure. It's funny
Yeah.
because it's funny you say that because I actually had a friend of mine reach out to me and she was like, I'm lost. And I'm like what's wrong? And something happened, a big traumatic thing happened in her life, and she reached out. I talk, and I'm talking to her, and I tell her every day like, you got your kids, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta keep pushing. Um, you got kids, to live for.
Yeah.
I mean, even though as men we say the same thing, like we don't care.
Oh,
Right now, I'd be like, take my life, whatever. But I got kids to live for too. You
yeah.
know, it's just it's hard. Sometimes you want to
It is.
give up. Sometimes you're tired.
That's why
And I
I
see it.
challenge a lot of people. I challenge a
So,
lot of people to do one thing every day, and that's go on to somebody's. You're flipping through Instagram or whatever. Anyways, you see something you like it, and comment in there and let that person know, hey, good job or whatever it is. You don't know how far that will go, and that person to hear that feedback. Maybe they were thinking about quitting, and you just made them hop back on the train to push forward.
so that being said, she actually hit me back and was like, "You inspired me.
Yeah,
You inspired me to
exactly.
keep going." And that's where it clicked, and I was like, you know what? Never give up, man. Never give up.
Yeah,
That's why I'm gonna start putting on shirts. That's like
that's
my
beautiful.
thing.
Yeah.
So Jamie says, Will, do you have plans to breed leopard geckos in the future?
Oh no, I actually ended up
So Fred,
keeping that one. It was actually my son's when he moved out. He left, so I kind of inherited it. So, but no, there Cresties might there might be some Cresties, but the leopard gecko, no, he's just a family pet.
so do you plan on breeding any other species besides ball
Oh
python?
man, that's my problem right now. I've been trying to figure that out. I have a female blood python, but she's not big enough yet already. But I was thinking about going that route. I won't do retics. I don't have room for that. Um, but I do want to get into another python species. I do. I just don't know what yet. Water python, maybe. I don't know.
I would do a water python. Why not? Why don't you hit up and get an olive python?
Oh man,
Get one from what's his
Nick,
name? Zach. He has
Nick,
some.
an olive python,
Yeah.
dude.
He just had a clutch of babies,
I'll have to check that
and they're
out. Yeah, because
gorgeous.
I do like I saw the albino olive python at the show.
And bloods. I mean, and bloods too. They got so many different patterns, different colorations.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they're gorgeous. Like
they
everything.
are.
Like when I follow Brassman, he has that. I think it's called the Golden Eye.
Yep. Hmm.
I like that one. That one's freaking gorgeous, man. I don't know why it
Yeah.
just always catches me every time I go to his page. I just go to look at that one snake, but then I also look at his Amazon tree boas,
Hmm.
Carnage. That one he has named Carnage, that all red one with the
Oh
blush of
yeah.
white. That one's my favorite
Oh
out of all his
yeah.
snakes. That one. So if I got into another species, I think it's gonna be Amazon tree boas next because
I'm
I can
still
get
quite.
carpets easy.
Yeah. I was thinking carpets too, but I don't know enough about the husbandry on that yet. I'm still looking at that, and I don't know the sizes either. There's so many different ones. I don't know what's the big ones, smaller ones.
Localities. localities.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would say if you really want to get to know about carpets, I would hit up um, Riley's Reptiles. Tell him I told you to ask him about questions about carpets. He'll take care of you, man. He's a good
All
guy.
right, yeah, yeah. Because like I said, I do want to do another species as
Or
well.
he does have a whole YouTube channel, and it's under Riley's Reptiles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's all carpets. That's all he works with. Specializes in carpets. So that's your guy. That's your go-to guy. Unless you know somebody else. I mean, I don't know.
Just Nick Mutton, and that's in Spokane.
Me, it. So when they ask me like what I specialize in, it's kind of hard because at first I thought I wanted to specialize in ball pythons. Then they put a retic in my hand, got a retic, and then I got hog noses. So I don't know. I want to specialize in everything, kind of.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, that's kind of what I think I want to do too. But I want to do at least 2 to 3 species of python.
So Will, what is your most favorite thing about the hobby or the community?
My favorite thing about the community is probably just how open armed they are welcoming you. A lot of the people that I've met and have seen, they're super nice. I mean, that show I went to, I can only say one bad thing about one vendor, but I won't. Everyone else though was down to talk and just kind of BS and talk about projects and here's my card, let me know, that kind of stuff. So I mean, I know it's not like that everywhere all the time, but that's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy the most is just meeting new people and enjoying the talks about the project.
Okay, I agree. And Bosa, that was one time, man.
Yeah, we're laughing at this. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Oh,
he's
the
a
microwave rat.
yeah, man. I came into the hobby. Nobody told me how to defrost a rat.
Oh
I was brand
man.
new, man. I was like, okay, so just put it on a plate, defrost it, throw it in the microwave. Rat freaking blew up in the microwave, man.
Oh man.
Man, I was brand new. I didn't know anybody. I didn't like talk to anybody much like I do now. Um, and when I mean like people actually reach out, like it's crazy because after a podcast or they say a podcast, they'll reach out and say that was a good show or can I talk to you? Like I have friends talk to me about somebody else, like and that just stays there in the chat. I don't bring that out. But yeah, just a lot of people open up to me, and it's been like that ever since I started podcasting. So,
Yeah, we all like
but
reptiles, right? It's not, you don't have to have the same projects or
Yeah.
sometimes not even the same species, but just because you're a reptile person, you can like, you know, see eye to eye a little bit.
I
Yeah.
see, and so that gets me mad because I went and asked a fish person, and she's like, "I think you're asking the wrong person." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "I'm not. I don't own any reptiles." I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "You're a reptile podcast," and I was like, "I just did a fish person, and a frog person." So, and then I sent her the link to that fish one we did, and she was like, "Oh," and then didn't even message back, bro. So I
Oh
was like,
no.
I'm trying to be not just reptiles, like I want to do everything, exotics,
Yeah.
like everything. I want to do fish. I want to do birds. I want to bring like I want to see what they got to say. If they even follow U.S. art, because a lot of people don't know about U.S. art. So I know some people in that reptile super show. What was it? Is it the one that just passed? The one
Was
that
it
has the
last
pets?
Oh,
week?
Pennsylvania or
Yeah, I don't know, but it has pets in it. But it has like You got wildlife, you got plants, you got birds, but not half of them didn't even know about USARK, but USARK was there. You know what I mean? They were there to explain. Yeah. So that's why when I reach out to them, they're like, "Well, I don't need reptiles." I'm like, "Well, it's not just reptiles. Like
Yeah.
I do other stuff. Like I'm about to have a still waiting for Jeff to get back to me because, like he said, he broke his tibia, and we're supposed to have a snake and shark set, like a podcast, and he's just trying to heal and recover on that. So it's frustrating. It's hard
Yeah.
trying to book down people to do a podcast, and uh, I just wish they would like watch the podcast and give me a chance, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
or give us a chance. Give me a chance, us.
I guess
My
I
bad.
guess a lot of people just think like, oh, because you're not a reptile podcast or you're not a fish podcast. So that's not what they're used to, you know. So that's why they probably can't figure out like, oh, that's why he's probably asking me, you know, because it doesn't have to be just about reptiles or fish or plants, you know.
So I'm like, should I just change the podcast name to Reptile and Unhinged Exotics Podcast?
Well, it won't stop once it goes. It won't stop at snakes and lizards.
Yeah.
It'll work its way down to fish.
I'm just like, man, always getting turned down, or it'd be like, why do you want to interview me? I got nothing to talk about. Like, bro, like if you saw some of the messages I get, what's up, Blaker? I get, dude, you'd be like, wow. So, Will, what is your take on USR? You
My take
support?
I do support. I just need to go and actually donate the $40, which I plan on doing actually here soon. But once I start vending, I've already made myself a promise that I'm going to be with the first few sales of my snakes. It's going to go straight to the silver, and that's where I'm going to stay. At the silver.
Man, what's up, Steve? Well, hell yeah. I'm being as long as you're a member, as long as you support.
Oh, I do.
Like,
Trust me.
and like I said, dude, we're doing that $40 thing. Well, I'm doing it. Nobody doesn't have a membership, hit me up. We'll get you a membership, sign you up. Shit, even Will, like, if you want, hit me up, brother. I'll sign you up today.
Sure.
So if you could go back to the beginning, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would change?
Oh yeah. I would definitely make sure that when my snake amount grew, so did my rat. Because you start to get all this collection, and if you're not really thinking about it, your rats stay the same amount, and then eventually you have not enough to feed your snake. So now you have to make sure you expand your rat. So food, make sure you have plenty of food for your snake.
So how often would you buy food if you're feeding frozen?
I always do live or pre-killed, but if I was doing, when I first started, I was doing frozen, and I was spending 200 to 300, I think.
That's what I spend. I spend like 140 with my discount code now. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm already in the breeding game, so I was just like, I'm just gonna expand. So I bought a vision rack, and now I'm plenty.
So you want to know what's crazy though, and what's hard? Like, okay, for instance, you buy frozen thawed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what freaks me out a little bit about feeding frozen is like when you thaw it out and you don't thaw it out all the way, and the snake eats it. It blows up in the snake. Yeah.
Yep.
So I like triple thaw it out just because of that. Like I thaw it
I
out.
would recommend it.
And then I throw out the cold water, so I thaw it out like even longer, another hour hot water, and then I'll throw that out. Once the water gets cold again, I'll throw it again in another hot water.
Yeah.
Only because I'm afraid, because that's happened to me before. Like I fed a frozen rat, and they thawed it out, and it actually sat out for 3 hours, but the rat blew up in the snake. Like just, dude, my snake died. I was so mad.
Whoa. I've never I'd never seen it. I've heard of it, and that always freaked me out when I did frozen thawed. But I was like you, I was constantly changing the water to hot, 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 and then I'd even put it underneath a hot light and just let it bask there for a while. And yeah, it that's why I prefer just doing pre-filled or live if I have to.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew. You never want your snake to get frozen guts either. Yeah, I mean, that's like the only thing that freaks me out about feeding frozen is because is it all the way frozen? I mean, is
Yeah,
it all the way
totally don't
thawed?
know.
You know what I mean? Like, is it completely thawed out? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's just hard. So I'm gonna ask you this question only because it's a big topic right now. So, what do you think about keeping ball pythons in tanks, enclosures versus tubs?
Well,
What
I
is your
think
take on that, Will?
honestly, I think you can do it any of those ways as long as you do it the correct way. And there is a correct way of doing it. I prefer the tubs and the racks, but that's because of what I'm doing. If I was just having a pet in a tank or an enclosure, I would have to make sure that it's got proper ventilation and the humidity and stuff for it. But I personally, this is my answer for me, is what I would do. But not
Me
everyone's
too.
going to do that. You know what I mean? They're going to want to put them in a fish tank or whatever in their living room so people can see them because that's what they're for. But um, yeah, to each his own, really. I don't hate on any of that stuff. But when I first got my first one, it was in a tank.
Nah, Steve. Like if you go on TikTok, Steve, there's a whole battle about that right now. That ball pythons should be kept in 20-gallon tanks, maybe 40,
I know where
and
some of that
should
comes
have
from too.
yeah, and should have UV lighting.
Was
So yeah, they should be kept in 40-gallon tanks, have UV lighting, and have like branches and stuff in there. So whole thing on TikTok. So I just wanted to ask a question of being friendly. Nothing, no shots fired. Not trying to do any of that.
no, no, no,
Um,
no. I'm not even gonna
I just wanted his answer. Like, do you prefer racks or moving snakes into enclosures? Because
actually
right
though.
now,
When I vend, I plan on actually having tear sheets and stuff for all those different kinds of styles sitting up on my table, so that way it'll give people ideas on what to buy to actually be able to house this thing and correctly or close as to you can, you know.
like a care sheet.
Yeah, tear sheet, and then it'll also have pictures of, like, well, you should probably use this tank and use this and use that, and thermostat, all that stuff, just to try to kind of let them know what they're getting into if they're going to do that.
Yeah, I agree with that too, Steve. Like humidity is such an enormous issue with glass fronts. Like swing tips due to glass being conductive. Good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah,
Like trying to get humidity in the tank. That's hard. What's up, exotic world of geckos?
it is.
So I feel like a tub is better. It keeps humidity. Here in Texas, I had to make my humidity because it's so damn hot. The humidity is always high here. So Texas weather for you, man.
The care sheets help a lot with new keepers too, because you can talk to them for 30 minutes and then they might forget what you said 2 hours later. You know, that care sheet, they'll have it in front of their face and then they can look up anything else on the internet.
I mean, and you don't even have to have the care sheets there. You could always just make a little QR code and then they can zap it and it brings up the care sheet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's funny you say that because I mentioned that a while back. Like, how about they just do a QR code and then zap, like, it takes you to the care sheet for ball pythons,
Yeah.
or for you, that'd be just for you. Like, you know, you have QR codes for care sheet for, let's say you have retics or blue pythons or whatever it may be, bull snakes or hog noses. The care sheet for that, you know, like it would be really cool. If you had like, so let's say there's a QR code out there for a care sheet for hog noses, and you scan it, but it goes to Jeff.
Yeah. He looks at a
JMG.
YouTube video or whatever, how to.
Yeah, he explains how to care for a hognose, and
Yeah.
then like for same thing with ball pythons, he can go to like several,
Yeah.
retics, reach out reptiles, or Mike Michael Voorhees. Search his Instagram name is Michael Voorhees, but his Strange Cargo Exotics is his actual name, his logo. But yeah, that guy, even though he's sarcastic, he's really smart, really intelligent. Uh, you gotta learn how to handle the sarcasm. Because
Oh yeah.
we started with that, and I will say this though: those snakes were different and a bit more socialized than the rats. But is that their overall preference? But they watch TV and kick it. Flip side, harder to maintain and keep animals locked into husbandry. Hunger strikes more seasonally based and wild things like that. But if you're experienced, you can pull out. Yeah, Michael is the
Yeah.
homie. For real, right? I love that guy. Yeah, everybody knows Mike, man. He gets around. I'm gonna tell Mike that later. So what is your 5 year, like what is your 2 year to 5 year plan? Your goal.
Well, hopefully next year I want to start vending. By the second year, I want to be doing maybe some more shows outside of state, and then within the 5 years, I hoping that I'm going to be in the circuit.
Hey Will, don't get nervous, but Nikki and Kurt are here.
Woo woo.
He just said y'all guys he watches, you're one of his favorite podcasts. That's what I meant to say. He owes me dinner, bro lied. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good luck trying to get dinner from Mike. Good luck. I've been trying to get dinner for days. He was supposed to come down here and feed me, and yeah. And he lives in Texas. I'm in Texas. I'm still hungry. God. I have to feed myself. All right, brother. What do you say? It's coming. Steve. But all right. Eric, you got questions, brother?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Go ahead.
The first one, I always ask everybody this: what was a problem or a situation that you ran into with either your reptiles or where you keep your reptiles? Something that you didn't really foresee, but turned up to be an issue.
um, Probably running out of room. Getting to the point where I'm not realizing it, and then next thing I know, I have several walls covered like this, and I'm getting a rack or two coming in, and now I don't know where I'm putting it. That's the only real issue I've ever really had, I think, other than maybe heating issues. Sometimes your probe is reading something different on there, but yet when you scan or when you heat or you tag the tape, it says something different. So I mean that was a little bit of an issue at first. I would say when I set up my first couple, but after that, it's a breeze. You guys kind of figure that out as you go.
Nice. Are you in your house or are you in like a separate building or something like that?
Oh no, I'm in my house right now.
Okay, cool.
Is that your garage?
It's my bedroom.
Damn, your bedroom?
Yes.
Man,
Nice.
I was like, this
I'm
is my
waiting for
house, but it's my garage.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for my shed out back.
Oh, you bought one of those little portable houses things?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to do a 12 by 16. That's the plan.
Damn, that's huge. Yeah, you're definitely gonna expand, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like it, I like it.
It's just starting.
Are you gonna go LLC or no?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you're definitely gonna go LLC. Get some of that money back at the end of the year. Gotcha.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So, what advice would you give someone starting out or getting into this hobby?
Don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question at all, especially when it comes to husbandry or setting up probes and thermostats and stuff like that. If you don't know what you're doing, you can really do some harm to the animals or tubs or yourself even. So, you know, just asking the question.
Which is funny because I should have asked questions when I moved into the garage because I honestly think the temps were too high. You know, I literally killed two of my snakes, not purposely, but it's because temps were too high. It was
Yeah.
hot in here, and humidity was too high. And I moved in here trying to figure out the humidity. So now I got the levels where they need to be, and it sucked. I actually lost a cicada because the
Oh,
heat was too
wow.
hot. Yeah, so I only have I'm down to one, and it sucked because like
Oh, yeah.
I didn't read the temps right.
Yeah.
So
And that's why I say always ask questions.
I mean, we learn from our mistakes, right?
And that too. That too.
So
I mean, I've had a desert ghost I was bringing up. She got to 2 years and she rolled over in there, sub on me for don't know why.
for Andrew for that question, what is too high was so I have AC. It's set at 74. So in here it's like not it's not 74 in here because by the time the air circulates, it's like 80. So the thermostats here were set to like 90. So it was super hot, and especially when it gets hot in here during the day. So the heat was heating up too hot and burning the tub. So it was technically cooking the snake.
Yeah.
And luckily, I caught all that, and well, lost two snakes, but I mean, caught it. And I didn't change the temps when I moved them in here because when you unplug them, my thermostats they automatically go back to the temp they were at. So I
Yeah.
thought I didn't have to worry about it. So no, I can't keep my snake room down. So my snake room is a garage, so it still gets heat in here. So if it gets higher than 85, everything it's hot. So right now, it's a perfect temp. It's like 78. So it can't go any higher than that. But right now
Yeah.
they got the temps at the tubs. The temps in the tubs are like already set. They're dropped. I dropped them all the way down to like 80 because I mean 90 was obviously too hot. So everything's dropped to 80. So I mean the humidity stays good. They shed good now. They eat good. So everything's good now. So it's perfect. Nikki says she loves that you have the name on their tubs.
They all have names.
All right, go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
Is there a theme with your snake names, or are they just
A lot of them
whatever name you
are
think is appropriate?
no, a lot of them are like Greek or Roman or Viking goddess and god names and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they are.
You see, we got Gaia, Hela, Freya, Sona, Athena. That yeah, we got a bunch.
He goes with Greek gods. I go with anime.
There you go.
Well, I'll name one Goku.
There you go, Goku. Yeah, Goku Ultra Instinct, baby.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I got Demon Slayer on the back. I got Nezuko back
there you
here,
go. That's good.
and then I'm about to get Kaiju. Have you seen Kaiju
Oh.
number 8? That new anime just came out, but I don't know. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's gonna go right into my hand. Kaiju. I just want his
there you
face. I was gonna say I could try to get a pic to show you, but unless Eric can send me a pic,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
just type in Kaiju number 8. Type in KAJUI and then number 8.
Hold on.
Have Eric send that.
Spell it again.
KAJUI. And then it'd be number 8.
And what is the song? Crunchyroll?
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. Actually, yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. The whole episode. It's a really good anime show. Anybody likes anime out there? All right, we're right at the hour mark. We're gonna try to keep it an hour, like I told Eric, because I feel like when we go longer than an hour, we lose people. And I'm trying to keep people interested in you. So
Got you, man.
I got two questions.
Yep.
First one is, what did you think of the podcast so far?
Awesome. Awesome, man. I really enjoyed it, and I was pumped at the beginning, and I'm still pumped, dude. Like, yeah, I really appreciate the time that you guys have given me to come on your show and basically talk about myself and the projects that I have, so that way everyone out there knows just who I am, and not just a name on the chat screen. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's I love the show. It's one that I always catch. I'm always in the chat. Uh, yeah, I mean,
Appreciate
keep
that,
doing what
Will.
you're doing, bro. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, for
trying. I'm
sure.
actually still learning. I've only podcasted for a year. For that first year, I started talking, and then I stopped and let my co-host take over. So he would come on and do all the talking. It wasn't like where I let Eric like talk or
I think the
sometimes.
roles reversed with us now.
Yeah, and now I had to step up because when I started this podcast, it was just me, and then I met Eric, and me and Eric just clicked, man. He wanted the same thing I wanted:
Yeah.
positivity, lift up people, and stay on that path. And then
What
I
we should
just
all
kept,
want.
and I just kept telling him, I was like, "Look, bro, I want you to stay with me, and I promise, everything's gonna be positive, everything's gonna be good. Like you're gonna have open opportunities, and sure as shit that happened for him. So I'm glad all that's happening for him. Like I said, when I bring people on too, like I want when they come on the podcast, I hope that when they come on here, it opens opportunities for them as well. Like,
Oh yeah,
oh, Will
yeah.
so he has that, or go check out that podcast. That podcast is a good show, stuff like that. So I mean, we've had people that have gone on to bigger shows.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think Zach is going to Herb Collectors.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from Haze Serpents. So, I mean, it does. It opens doors for many, and I hope they have continued success. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Is that I never wish bad on nobody.
Oh yeah. So,
But
should be
that
positive.
tattoo I want to get is this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, right there on my hand.
I got kind of like was it like a bleach thing going on there?
Yeah, it's like a bodysuit
Kind of
kind
like
of
a
deal.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he has a whole bodysuit.
That's it
So
right there?
yeah, that was Kaiju number 8. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah,
I wanted to do one.
yeah, that's Kaiju number 8, dude. So when
All right, cool.
in the cartoon he gets attacked by a kaiju, it goes into its mouth, so he eats it, gives him powers, and turns into that.
Oh, okay.
But he can turn it off and still be human. But when he turns it on, like so they have meters everywhere that read kaiju's. So when he turns it on, it reads there's a whole nother kaiju there, but it goes by levels. So they call it fortitude. His fortitude is like above all kaiju's. He's like super strong, so it's like a 10, like
All right.
like earthquakes. So it's like 10.0. You know, if you get a 10.0 earthquake, that's massive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it goes like that in that cartoon. That's how they read power levels. It's pretty cool. So my last question is for you, Will. If you could change one thing in the hobby, what would it be and why?
I would say probably I would like to see less negativity and just the community itself. Why? Because honestly, like we were just talking about, dude. I mean, positivity goes a whole hell of a lot longer way than being negative or being a jerk to somebody. I mean, I could give you an example of it. I went to the show the other weekend, the first table that I went to. Guy was super rude to me, and I walked away. So, I mean, if you're going to be rude or sarcastic to anybody, just know that that's going to come with a price. If you want to be part of the actual community itself, it needs to be positive.
Speaking of the devil, what's up, Mike?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's Mike right there. Yeah, Steven said to tell you owe him dinner. and when he's gonna get it. But
I
yeah, I
agree
agree.
100% with you, Will.
Yeah, I do too. Because if I got like disrespected and going up to a booth and be like, "Hey, like, what do you want?"
Yeah, and I didn't even catch it. The wife is the one that caught it, and she poked me and said, "Hey, come over here real quick." And then she told me, and I was like, "Oh, so much for that ultra male cell."
But I don't know. I can't. So I have this thing. I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini or it's just the way I am. But if I ask you once to come on the podcast, I don't ask again. Only because I feel like you feel like I'm wasting your time. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm wasting your time. Like, why would you want to come on my podcast anyway? So I won't ask again. And I feel like that's a bad thing I need to get rid of because maybe people have other things going on. I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard for me to be like, you know what? It's hard for me to suck it up and go ask again. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll probably tell Eric to do it because I already did it once, but I won't do it again. I'll be like,
Good
hey,
luck if
Eric.
I do it.
I'll be like, hey, Eric, ask that guy. But yeah, I just won't ask again. It's just handshakes and hugs. Freaking Mike. Eric's out around coolest dude you ever meet and his wife. It's even cooler. We call it $0 to be a dissing human being. Handshakes and hugs and sometimes tugs.
That's right, Nikki.
I don't know about that. But I do agree with everything you said, Will. So I think Eric has 2 more questions.
No, I got one more question for Will. Because I already asked my closing question.
Oh yeah.
You did. You asked it hella early.
Yeah. In this, you said you're gonna do it like a 12 by 16.
Yeah.
Are you gonna plan to like expand more? Are you gonna have more room to get more stuff, or is
Yeah.
it like just moving?
No, yeah, all this stuff will go out there, but I'll still have plenty of wall space to expand on my feeders as well as my snake.
Gotcha. I only asked
No.
because I'm moving into my garage, and I have a room in my house where I keep all my snakes, and I'm moving out there, and I'm like, dang, I don't have too much more room than what I had already in the bedroom, you know. So that's why I asked.
So am I wrong, Nikki? That make me a bad person for not asking again? Wherever we go, we are our brand. Exactly. That's why I always try to preach positive. But like, if I get turned down, I don't ask again. I don't know. It's just the way I am, I guess. Heck yeah, I want to be on that one with Steve. Do it 12 by 24. You won't regret it.
12 by 24, yes. Yeah, I would love that, but
That's
And
a
of
good
course,
size.
Jamie, because you're here. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here, Jamie.
I couldn't do anything that big because the chickens in the backyard.
I also love Jamie and their podcast too, More Forge podcast. You gotta check
Forge,
them out.
for sure.
Yeah, I love them. Remorph, it's called. I think it is.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm always watching Jamie and them,
Same here.
or when I can catch it, because sometimes I'm always at work, and
Yeah.
I think they come on when I'm at the club working, and I try to just hop in there and say hi to everybody, but sometimes it's too busy. She says, when you are at a show, you project what you are. Let it be good. Time to sell some chickens. What is Mike talking about?
Because I said I have chickens in my backyard, so I can't do a 12 by 24.
Oh yeah, so he's saying, do you want to sell some chicken? He'll buy them all for you right now.
No, I like their eggs.
He's making a killing with the eggs.
Yeah. And my Tegu likes them too.
Oh, you mix it with his food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I didn't even know you had a Tegu. When did that pop in here?
He said he did. Argentine, black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, I only heard the leopard gecko, the bearded dragon. I didn't hear anything about no Tegu, bro.
That's why I said
Yeah,
that's a nice variety because he said your
Yeah.
bearded dragon, then the tegu.
Yeah.
bro. So I want to get a caiman. Then
That'd
I'm
be
like,
cool.
it would be cool. But then I would put them outside. I would have been them a pond outside.
Yep. We can't have them here.
Yeah, it was. So
Thank you.
I always try to pay, like, I guess thanks for like always being in the chat or try to, tell you thank. That's like my way to thank you and bring you on the podcast. Who would ever guess Kristen listen? Oh my God, shut up, Mike. I do listen. I just didn't hear him say that. I love Mike. But yeah. So I do want to get a Cayman. I actually want to get the Cayman lizard.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
Those are amazing. I
Green and orange.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's my favorite lizard right now, only because of the orange head. You said squirrel. I do. Yeah, it's my ADD, ADHD. I swear to God, I do feel like that. Somebody says squirrel, right? Man, that shit. It's a killer though. I don't even take medication because I thought I could control it, but I feel like I do need something to help me focus a lot more and get some projects done. Stop being lazy. There you
We
are.
all
What
need that.
happened? But I do want to say thank you, Will. Thank you for your
Oh,
time.
yeah. It's my
Thank you
pleasure,
for
guys.
being on here,
Appreciate
coming
it.
on here, saying yes.
Yeah.
This was a great episode. I did love it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Oh, dude, I did.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to get more offers to come on podcasts later. So,
I'm for it.
Yeah, appreciate
I mean,
you, Will. Always being in the chat too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
checking on the
Guys,
pod.
yeah. I'm here to support the community, man. I'm here to support y'all. You're all good people, man.
I appreciate that, Will. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. And go support US Art. Go support
I am.
US Art. We need
I am.
members. Like I said, I'm here to buy a membership. If anybody needs help with buying membership, I'm trying to do what Gary's doing, jumping on that wagon. Ever since I started working again, I got a good job. God's blessed me, so I want to bless somebody. So,
Yeah, that's a great program, dude. I hope a lot of more people catch on to that and do that.
so I feel like I should start blessing others. So, um, you know, oh, I made you blue, Andrew. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking all your questions. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to sort of meet you. Yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate you being here. Before we go, Will, you have to leave a positive message for everybody watching, and then we'll get on out of here.
All right, positive message. Just be kind to one another, man. Basically, it's not so much about the teamwork part of things, but you have to have that mentality. Yeah, you're going to be doing your own thing, your own projects and whatnot, but that neighbor next to you, I mean, they're going to be working on something themselves, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys can't talk about it or swap stories or, have a good time together. You know what I mean? Just because that guy over there is selling arachnids doesn't mean I can't go over there and be like, man, you have some really cool stuff and keep the conversation going. You know what I mean? Be part of the community. Be positive. We don't have room for negative.
Yeah, don't steal snakes.
And don't do that.
Oh man, when that happened, I was like, oh my God. Yep.
First
Yep.
thing that came to my mind is, oh, he's throwing that shit in tubs.
Yeah, exactly what I thought too. For a week,
Mhm.
bro. You know damn well he bred that thing.
Get a couple logs. I don't need it now.
Yep, exactly. But I'm not gonna talk anymore of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's already been talked about all over the place.
Yeah.
So. And I'm pretty sure everybody saw it. So on that note, guys, we out of here. Y'all have a great night. We love you. Stay positive. Pick
Thank
each
you.
other up. Never put each other down. And we'll see you Monday, I think. Yeah, we have Wiz Constrictors. We'll see you next Monday with Wiz Constrictors. And that following Wednesday, I think we have Ebony and Ivory as well. So we'll see you
There
then.
you go.
Yep.
Oh.
Y'all have a good night, guys. Peace. We're out of here, guys.